Great. Well, first of all, thank you and good morning. By the way, simple answer, you do it by putting products in their house. But let's come back to, first of all, it's a great privilege to be here as an immigrant, being in a place that actually innovates at the level of our country, and being with a government that's just made a bet in what I believe is the definition of the future revolution in chemistry. Couldn't be a better time. And to do it where the initiatives are spot on, I think are, again, a moment in time that we shouldn't forget. And, you know, there is nothing like organisms and great minds coming together. Because when you can get organisms and great minds coming together, you make better chemistry, period. And that is the greatest gift we could have. We have $40 million of more than 50 million actually of DARPA and DoD investment over the years. And the dollars are really good, but I have to tell you, more than the dollars, the quality of the thinking and the quality of the projects have moved our science well beyond anything we can imagine. When we first started working with DARPA, I think it took us about 3 years to develop chemistry from a target, basically get a molecule or get a organism to make a molecule. Today it's less than 9 months, and I can tell you that the projects we did with DARPA, the quality of thinking, how they pushed us, the targets they gave us, made us better, made us the best innovator in the world for biochemistry, for bioengineering. The bioeconomy is real, and it is the future of all chemistry. So I think the $30 trillion number earlier, it is big, but it's also real. And that's the part I think we have to remember. I love programs, but I think of programs as inputs. I think of products as impact. And I think DNA-based chemistry is not about the future, it's here. And I want to give you some examples, and I'm going to leave you with an ask, because I think it's a moment that not only should we be the best innovators and the best owners of the science, we should also be, and we have, I believe, the right to be the best manufacturers in the world, the best biomanufacturers in the world. And we do not have that today, and that is not right. And that's the part that I think we could really change in this country. So more than half of you in this room are today using a product that has an Amyris molecule inside of it. I have no doubt. By the way, it might actually be all of you, because if you actually wash your clothes, you're probably using something that's made by Amyris. If you clean your home, something that's made by Amyris is probably in that product. I can go on and on. If you buy a product from L'Oreal, if you buy a product from Estee Lauder, if you buy a product from Shiseido, you are probably buying something that has an Amyris ingredient, meaning a biomanufactured molecule inside that product. And that's my answer to your question. How you get your neighbors to relate to biochemistry is you make biochemistry part of everything they use. And why would they use it? Because it's better for them and better for the planet. And why would you not, right? So that's a critical part of where we go. Now, China is absolutely at the forefront of wanting to make biochemistry the #1 strategic initiative in that country. And I know that because almost every day I have a call from somebody in the Chinese government who wants our technology in China. To this point, we've decided not to, for one simple reason. They require the technology and the manufacturing to stay in the country. They require the technology and the manufacturing to stay in the country. And I don't want to manufacture in China, so the technology is not there today. I think that makes this a huge priority for us to move beyond. We actually do both. We invent new chemistry, and we actually fix supply chain issues in current chemistry. And I can give you examples of many of those, including your shark one. Why are sharks all over our website? Because, like, whether it's skincare, I mean, can you imagine wanting to look young by killing sharks? Just doesn't make any sense. So when we discover that the #1 emollient, the #1 moisturizer in the world comes from shark liver, we decided that wasn't right. So we actually decided to bioengineer a pathway to make the #1 emollient in the world. And we did it in a way that now we deliver 80% of the world's need of that moisturizer. We're expanding the market for it. We do it cheaper, we delivered it faster, and we deliver it in a more quality way than any other source in the world. That's biomanufacturing. That's bioengineering. That's what we do. On creating new chemistry, like, I hate the fact that we pack silicones into our hair and our bodies, and I hate the fact that we drain silicones into our water system every single day. So I decided we invented new chemistry. We invented a molecule called hemisqualane. Why did we do that? Because we thought using silicones we just had enough of. So sure enough, what is the fastest growing ingredient in our portfolio? Hemisqualane. What's it doing? It's eliminating the need to use silicones in hair care and body wash throughout the world. That's biomanufacturing. That's biochemistry made real. We really are all about solving big problems and doing it with biomanufacturing. The last example I'll give you is squalene as an adjuvant, because I think it's a perfect example of the national security issue we face and we could really make a difference with. So at the beginning of the pandemic, it was clear adjuvants for vaccines were a critical part of the solution. As we looked at that carefully, we identified that squalene from shark is one of the top used adjuvants in vaccines, including the flu vaccine. And we realized that the supply chain isn't very predictable, like how many villages can kill how many sharks in how fast a time to ensure we stock our vaccine. It just doesn't happen. So we decided to kick on a project to make squalene directly from fermentation. In 9 months, from target to finish, we have an organism that loves to make squalene and is actually doing a great job making it at industrial scale. That is biomanufacturing. That is the bioeconomy providing solutions. Now, let me get to the issue and what the ask is. Today, we are the largest biomanufacturer in the world of advanced chemistry, period. We make over 20,000 tons of advanced molecules. We have the most sophisticated biomanufacturing facility in the world. Just started operations in Brazil. And that's it. It's in Brazil. We're the largest. We're the best. We do this day in and day out. We've scaled more bioengineered molecules than anyone in the world because we believe products matter. Products make a difference. So what's the ask? The ask is that we actually, in the US, become the leader in biomanufacturing, not to leave it to other parts of the world. It's in other parts of the world because we haven't solved feedstock. It's in other parts of the world because we don't invest in it. It's in other parts of the world because we haven't made it a strategic priority. My ask is simple. Let's make it a strategic priority. And by the way, the statement about do we want in? We want in. As a company, we are the best in the world at developing, scaling, and manufacturing biomaterials. So guess what? I am happy to share our capability. I am happy to create a mega complex in the U.S. that actually solves the biomanufacturing problem for the U.S. And by the way, we can do it for a lot less money than the government just gave Intel. We can do it for $1 billion. Give us $1 billion, we're in. We'll actually build it, we'll support it, and we'll make it open to the industry so that the U.S. overnight can become the biomanufacturing hub that enables biochemistry to really make a difference, not only for the planet, but starting here in the U.S., whether it's our military or whether it's the everyday citizen that deserves better products on their shelves every day and shouldn't be forced to buy what the petrochemical industry has decided they should get every day. So with that, it's great to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. All of you had shark on your meeting bingo card, are well ahead of the game. Dr. Richmond, I'm going to turn to you because,